you've understood the story, you've understood the gist of the story, but next comes the tough part in this play. See, a play is usually prescribed for a textbook for various reasons, not just for you to develop your acting skills and understanding skills and interpreting skills and all those things, but from an academic point of view, from a question paper point of view, it is useful in almost all the ways. So students, if at all you want to score good marks, please understand that Sunny Morning is one best lesson. You don't, even in your wildest dreams, think of skipping this play. And you have to have this play in your study list as a mandatory one. So when we go on, you'll understand, in a grammar you have got many questions from this play. This play, see, grammatically it is very good. For changing from direct to reported speech also, this is very much applicable. When you have these kind of expressions, that also is very good. And since it is a play, it has numerous points, 1 mark questions can be n number of them. So you can get as many possible questions as possible from this play, and the 4 mark and the 6 marks one, they are again numerous. What I have written here are just a few of them. In any possible fashion the question can be asked, and of course whatever way it is asked, it has to be again in the 2 ways only, either as Laura and Gonzalo in their 70s or Laura and Gonzalo in their early 20s or early 30s. When they were young. So only 2 parts it can be divided. So let us quickly move on to what possible questions are about this. See, a 4 mark question could be all possible ones. Probable questions are this. How was Gonzalo's ill temperament shown at the beginning of the play, and how has it changed behavior at the end? See, in the beginning we have Gonzalo, very restless man, very ill-tempered, he is not happy with anything. The first thing that he gets agitated with was that his seat is occupied, he doesn't have a place to sit, he wants to be aloof, he is not a person who mingles with everybody because of various reasons. So how is that ill-tempered nature is shown? So you'll have to write down about he coming with a big dust, cloud of dust creating, by his dragged feet, and then he scares away the pigeons, and he is very much disturbed by the priests who have occupied the seat, his bench, and all these things. They show that he is a very ill-tempered man. But later on, as the play proceeds, we find that this fellow, he just calms down. He calms down, and all his ill-tempered nature, it just soothes. And how is it changed? It's because he talks about his yesteryears, he talks about his golden days with his so-called, in bracket you can write as a lover, ex-lover. So it is, he finds a lot of solace in speaking to Laura, and both of them share so many things in common. So at the end of the play, there is a lot of change in his behavior. He becomes more and more compassionate. So that was probably because of his he speaks out his mind. Probably from this you can understand that Gonzalo was not in the habit of speaking to people at all. You can write all these things. Again and again I'm telling you, whenever you write anything, you please mention the points, and then you will have to underline the words that you have taken from the text. So this is one possible question. Now the second one would be, how did the snuff bring about peace between Laura and Gonzalo? How did it start? So you will just go a few lines back before that, and then you will tell why they fought, what made them fight. And then they both have the pinch of snuff. Both of them sneeze 3 times alternately, and then they start laughing, and then that made peace between the two. So they started, it was a kind of catalyst which brought about peace between the two, which they that was something as like a peacemaker. So that you can write it over here. Gonzalo's attitude towards the birds at the beginning and at the end of the play. This also, again, you will say the same thing as in the first one, the third one. Again, a twisted question. Why did he treat the birds? He never thought that these birds were, kind of faithful ones at all. But whereas in your play you have Laura, in fact, she says these birds are faithful ones. They're very humble. They return your faith that you give back to them. They return all the love that you give to them. So all these things could possibly make up the answer. Gonzalo's description of his own cousin, of his cousin's life after the duel. So after the duel, how does Gonzalo want? Remember that when Gonzalo says his cousin ran off to Africa and then he had a valiant death over there. He joined the army. He had the flag of the Spain and he died. He died saying the name of Laura. So all this, that whole paragraph, you will have, that will be the main part of your answer. Again, a bit here and there, you could just patch it up so that you get the complete answer. How do the two accuse each other at the beginning of the play? So this will be only the first part of the play. How do both of them, you have Laura saying, why do you use your kerchief? He is seen by Laura, he uses his kerchief to wipe his shoe. And then why do you use that as a shoe brush and all those things? See, in that part of the play, Laura is very dominant. Laura, she wants to humiliate, snub the character of Gonzalo. She is more dominant. She is seen more dominant. Whereas almost all the questions she targets him and she asks. So how do they? Both of them, they talk about. They start accusing each other. So the first part of the play, before the snuffing of this before the taking in of the snuff, before that whatever happens, that will be the answer for this. Before the peacemaker snuff, that will be the accusation of both of them. Coming to the 6-mark questions. 6-mark questions, see, most of the question papers, your model papers and the previous year papers, they have both kinds of questions, a question for 4 mark as well as a question for 6 mark. So you must be ready to write. In case you have no other choice, you have not kept any other choice and you want to write both of them, be very careful when you are selecting the same lesson and writing 2 answers, the 4 mark and the 6 mark. See, very, very carefully you have to write. Do not repeat the same thing because it will be boring for you also and the evaluators will understand that you are repeating the same thing. So they will not understand that you are not creative enough in writing your answers at all. So if you choose the same answer, it's okay even if you choose, but you have to be very careful in jotting down the points of the answer. A 6-mark question, probably the 3 of them I have chosen from the model question papers given by the PU board. So one is, how does a play portray wit and humor through the conversation? So there are a lot of instances when wit and humor are shown. So you can write down those instances. Remember, if you are writing the conversation, always you will have to write it in quotes. Write it in quotes and then you will have to underline the quotes in the sentence, the direct speech that is there, you just underline. Otherwise, take this as a very daring challenge. If you do not want to write the words as it is from the play and you want to put it in indirect speech, then you must be very well versed in putting it into indirect speech. When in your grammar sessions, you will understand, you have understood how to change from direct to indirect speech. So that is a very challenging task. If you are not comfortable, do not take the risk of putting it into indirect speech at all. Put the same thing as it is, but remember to put it in quotes and underline them. So once you do this, that will be fine. The lot of wit and humor that is used, you can put it. You can write down the quotes. When Gonzalo, he takes out his reading glass, Laura taunts him, accuses him that I thought you were taking out a telescope. Every action of Gonzalo is accused. He wants to rub his shoes, and that is also again spoken ill of. And he says, I go to my place and then I go to hunt over there. So what do you kill? She asks. He says, I kill time. So all these are a lot of wit and humor, wisdom that is used and lot of humor also that is used. So Laura's dominant nature is shown here. You can write down, you can as much of one page you can finish it off. The ways of providence, again I'll just skip the second one and go to the third one. It's a blend of romance and humor. Again the same thing that you write, it will be here. Okay, but the second part of it wherein you have the lady, the silver maiden and all those things, the love between the two, that also you can write off. The whole thing is, in one line it is a summary that you'll be writing. The ways of providence here means fate. The ways of fate are strange. How is it spoken about? This is a very important question. The ways of providence are really strange, and how did it happen true? How did this come true in case of Laura and Gonzalo? This, I think it should be a different type of question. This question, the ways of providence are strange. This one is slightly a different one. You just can't write down whatever is given in the text. You'll have to understand the play very well. You'll have to understand slightly in a mature way to write this answer. Ways of providence. Providence, as I told you, it means fate. The methods, there is a saying, man proposes but God disposes. So God is one who really controls everything, and that is very much true here. Both of them, Laura and Gonzalo, in their yesteryears, in their younger days, both of them loved each other. They thought very confidently that they could marry each other, and the love between the two that you can write in your answer, he being a gallant lover, throws up a bouquet of flowers into her window, and she just gives a kiss to the bouquet of flowers and throws it back to him on his way back to the town. All this, and meeting each other, exchanging glances, exchanging flowers, all this was very nice till the duel happened. And the merchant was killed. Once the merchant was killed, again here he had to flee away, he had to run away from that place, and once both of them are separated, they are out of each other's sight, they are out of each other's mind. You can also use this proverb. First, as I told you, man proposes, God disposes. The second one is, out of sight is out of mind. So both of them are not seeing each other, and therefore they both don't remember each other at all. We have Gonzalo, who marries another ballet dancer when he runs away from that place, Valencia. He just goes and he marries a ballet dancer after 2 years. Laura also forgets about Gonzalo. She also marries and she is happily staying with her husband. So this way of providence is different. That is one phase when both of them forget each other. They are into a new phase of life without each other. But later on, again, it so happens that after many years, probably after around 50 years, they happen to meet each other, and their friendship has to be continued. They both continue seeing each other, and that was just the beginning. The day that the play is told to us, it's just a beginning of that, and from then on their meeting happens continuously. So again, it is none other than the fate who is playing a very dominant role. So you can write down this. You will have to, as I told you, let us be slightly mature enough to write down this answer. You just can't reproduce lines from that. You'll have to put it in your own words. You'll have to put the play and the introspection and the understanding of this in a different way. You'll have to understand this and then put it in a different way. So this is, these are the 6-mark questions that could probably come from this. There are other plays also, there are other questions also, very small questions for 4 mark, like how did Gonzalo glorify his death, how did Laura glorify her death, and these could also be possible questions. But remember one thing, the whole play is important. So you can't even think of skipping this. If you want to skip a lesson and you want to just cut it off for 13 lessons instead of 14, there are other better lessons that you can skip off. So think of that, but not Sunday morning. Sunday morning is a very important lesson from all point of view. So this thing, I hope you can keep it in mind. So for me, this is Sunday morning's summary, and I hope you have understood it very well. Thank you. Good luck.
Hello students, I think the session was very interesting. I enjoyed going through the session. It was really fun smiling with you, laughing with you. I think this is one story. ನೆನ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಖಂಡಿತ. ನೆನ್ಪು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ಕತೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಕತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. Then obviously there is a smile when you go through this lesson as such. Hopefully with the same smile you'll be writing that question answers also. Thinking ಅಥವಾ believing that this session was really fruitful and Sunny morning is recapped and you have a good hang of how to write, what can I write, where is my lag, how can I prepare my answer better. ಈ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ heartfelt feeling ತಗೊಂಡು I think we are closing for today's session with the reminder that of course tomorrow is a D-Day, a big day wherein I'll be coming in a phone-in session with you. So the expectation from you, what do you think you need to ask us, all those questions, ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಯಾವ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರನ್ನು ಡೀಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಇದೆ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಯು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ನ ಲೆಂತ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಐಲ್ ಕಮ್ ವಿತ್ ಸಮ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಟುಮಾರೋ. ಯಾವ ಲೆಂತಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಟು ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಡೌನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆನ್ಸರನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೂ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇ ಬಿ 4 ಮಾರ್ಕನ್ನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು, ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯುವೇಟರ್ಸನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಹೌ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ದಿಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ 6 ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 5 ಪೇಪರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಈಗ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ರಿಪೇರಿ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟೊಳಗೆ ನೀವು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರೋದನ್ನು. ಈ 6 ಪೇಪರ್ಗಳು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಪೀಸ್ಗಳು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ one time experience what you have that you write your second PUC, and this is a crucial period. You know that we know it because of course covid bantu anteli innu ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಗ್ಗರಣೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ ವಿನಃ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PU is a crucial time for you. ಆ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇನ್ನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ದಿನ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಬೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಾಲೇಜಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು ಇನ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್, 100 marks is at stake and tomorrow is a show where you have your doubts in front of me and I'm sure I have an answer for that because that's what my panel, my backup team is doing. We are doing enough and more work to get enough and more content for you to present. I think ರಜನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇದು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಚೆಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೂತು ಪೇಷನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಆ ಫುಲ್ ಇಯರ್ ಇದ್ದು ಕಂಟೆಂಟನ್ನು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎದುರು ತಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆರ್ಡೆಂಟ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಮೇಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಟುಮಾರೋ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಅಸ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ನೋ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಹಾಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ಯು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ವಿ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಯು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಯು. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸರಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಟೀಚರ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನನ್ನು ನಾಳೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೌಟ್, ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ನುಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ನರಿಂದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 35 ತನಕ ಎನಿ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಯು ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಮೀ, ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಯು. ಇಫ್ ನಾಟ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಶೋರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 100% ಶೂರ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಮ್ ಐ ಸೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟುಡೇ. ಹೋಪ್ಫುಲಿ ಈಶ್ವರಿ ನಡೆದ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಟೆಲ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಇನ್. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ನಿಂಗ್ ವೆಲ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಟ್ ಹೋಮ್, ಸೇಫ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೀರ ಮನೇಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು 1-2 ಗಂಟೆ ಕೂತು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕೇಳುವಾಗ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ವೇ ಟು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಸ್ವೀಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದಾಗ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹಂಚಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಥಾಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೂ ಕೊಡಿ. ಲೆಟ್ ದೆಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಇನ್ and let us make the most of this particular situation. ಈ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸಿ ಯು ಆರ್ not even supposed to get out, and if we teachers dare like this come in front of you and sit in front of you and tell you, see, this is what you're supposed to do, I think you should be able to take use of make use of it and come out with flying colors in English. So all the best to you for the examination. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಇವತ್ತು ಸೆಷನ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. Stay safe, stay home students. Thank you very much.